Welcome to a world of pure shite and bollocks. I'm not actually Scottish. Everyone in the audience is collectively gasping. I know, that was a great performance. Oscar worthy, if I may give myself that. I know I had everybody in the audience fooled, but I have no idea how this event fooled anybody. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory experience, I feel like I'm on a bad trip right now. The website for this event is literally where imagination goes to die, since it is completely AI generated, using a very psychedelic art style to market the event towards kids. I don't know how parents don't have alarm bells going off when they're seeing this, but I mean, if I'm looking at this, I'm thinking I'm going to a music festival. I'm about to get turned up in the forest, drop some of those beans in that cloud, go astral gliding through the enchanted garden. But probably my biggest question is where the hell is the chocolate? Why are there beans? Isn't this a chocolate factory? Where's the factory? The event even has spelling errors all over the place. Enchurining, catcacating, carchy tuns. Oh, I love my carchy tuns. Exarcer Dre lollipops, a pasadise of sweet teats. Why is it so scary? There's tube worms behind the eggs. The eggs are smiling. It is just so weird. The flying horse is actually sending me. Just out of curiosity, I figured it'd be interesting to go for a walk outside the venue just to see what it looks like. And yeah, it's depressing. This is apparently some sort of metal recycling plant. There's a scrapyard back here. It's got fun written all over it. The kids are gonna love it. They did not love it. It was a shit show. Let's take a look inside. Security. The green hair lady's back and she's trying to hand out beans to the kids again. I don't know what they're thinking putting this smoky crack lab in there, but this doesn't read Oompa Loompa handing out candy. This is more strung out junkie came in through the back door and is crafting a potion. Honestly, I feel bad for the actors who got involved in this event because this probably will only serve as a setback for their careers. Think about it, you're a young actor, actress, you've gotten your first paid gig working on the Willy Wonka experience, big name, you've told your family and friends, you've turned up, and it's just this hole in the wall, depressing experience, and you're wishing you could be anywheres but there. And I just know the sad Oompa Loompa girl is gonna be the biggest Halloween trend this year. I'm calling it right now, everybody's gonna be dressed as that. So this is what they were marketed, this is what it was supposed to look like inside, and this is what they got. I don't think that they're that far off, I just think they needed to make the jelly beans just a bit stronger, because there's no way in hell you're getting that unless you got a big budget or you're on something powerful. Surprisingly, the event did have a main attraction, and I love that it was a bouncy castle, because of course they failed at that too, and it's half deflated. At least these kids are having a grand time in it. And then there's this kid over here, he's right, this, I'm out of here. Of course, videos come out from the event too. You can just see boxes strewn about, wallpaper. They have these those chocolate fondue fountain things, which I think if those were out, okay, that probably would have solved a lot of problems right there. People are just wandering around the event looking for the faintest hint of happiness. There's got to be something happy somewhere. I just want to point out too, I think these mirrors are a really nice touch. Somehow they managed to look so crappy against a backdrop of crap. And they're perfect because kids get to look at them and just see how silly they look. I'm not trying to punch down on any kids. I think this entire thing is extremely sad because it's not really just about conning adults out of their money. They literally swindled kids out of a good time of imagination and experience. I'm picturing this as kind of the entrance way into the event. There's an old janitor standing guard. He's got a walrus mustache, scruffy beard. His hair is kind of winging out underneath his cap, blue overalls. He's smoking inside. Right, through the rainbow gate you go. Make sure you pet the limbless bear on your way in. We'll have you sign in at the registration table in case one of you goes missing. We'll know it's the Oompa Loompas that took you. Whoa, 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 kids. Don't come all at once. Single file, please. No rush. There's plenty for everybody. The janitor shows up from behind again. Yeah, that there'll put some hair on your chest. That might have been my best Scottish accent. Clutch that one. I was locked in. Don't kids actually die in Willy Wonka? If I'm a kid and kids have crazy imagination, that's what I'm thinking. This is just one of those traps set up. If I take that, that's gonna turn me into an Oompa Loompa. It's gonna do something to me. And if this event wasn't horrific enough, they literally have an actor dressed in some horrific costume just to wail at kids and scare the piss out of them. One of the actors released some TikTok videos where he had some choice words about the event and his experience. This poor bloke was Paul Connell, one of the Willy Wonkas. Let's hear what he has to say.
The script was 15 pages, monologue, pretty much, of AI-generated gibberish. There is a man who lives here. His name is not known, so we call him the Unknown. The Unknown is an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls.
Wow, AI is coming really far along in its ability to do creative writing. I'm just wondering what the prompt was. Like, why did the AI just generate a whole new villain? There's already is a villain, and depending on who you ask, this is kind of a point of contention in the Willy Wonka universe, and I don't really give a bollocks, to be honest, but some people think it's Willy Wonka that's the villain, some people think it's Charlie's grandpa. Who cares? But we don't need another villain.
We were told on the experience to hand out a jelly bean, one jelly bean per child, and a quarter of a cup of Tesco's own brand lemonade. That was what the children got. No chocolate. There was no chocolate to be had at this chocolate factory.
No chocolate? I can't believe this. If this event cannot get any worse, I'm starting to think that the man who put on this event is the Unknown. He is the villain all along. And who is that absolute sausage of a man, you may be wondering?
So what's your name? I don't care. We paid money. So what's your name? Right, there's children here.
That man doing his best to keep his head attached to his body, named Billy Cool. And unlike his name would suggest, he is very much not a cool guy. In fact, he's been given the nickname Willy Wonka, Willy Wanker. And rightfully a crowd of angry parents are forming outside, just ready to take his head off. Now, Willy Wonka has a history of deceit and grifting, scamming, and basically his web of scams is currently being unraveled online. But I'll name a few here from what I've read. He ran a charity that provided incorrect advice to people, causing them to lose their social assistance benefits. He collected Christmas presents and refused to hand them out. In 2023, he wrote almost 20 books, most of them released in the same month, and they're being exposed online for being mostly or completely AI generated. And his charity has about 15,000 pounds of money unaccounted for.
I'm truly, so sorry to everybody for, the sheer and utter disappointment. We did try to continue the event in the best manner in which we could. However, again, I am deeply disappointed.
This guy actually sounds like a supervillain, so the theory of him being the Unknown is kind of checking out so far. Now everything's gonna be okay because he said he's sorry and he will refund the money. But to be honest, I wouldn't hold up much hope for it given his track record. He doesn't seem like an easy guy to get a pound note off of. Anyways, that's about it. There's a lot more in the story and I just kind of wanted to do a quick video talking about some of the ridiculousness that happened. Have a good one.